Before we begin, if you enjoy stories about old coins, hidden value, history, and the quiet pride of collecting, please take a moment now to subscribe to this channel and turn on notifications. This channel is made especially for people like you, those who appreciate the past, understand patience, and know that real value often hides in ordinary things. Your support helps us continue bringing these stories to you. Now let me ask you something simple. Have you ever held a small coin in your hand and felt nothing special about it? A coin that passed through markets, buses, coffee shops, or rested for years in a drawer at home. A coin so common that no one ever thought twice about it. Today's story is about one such coin, the Malaysia 25 Sen Agong XII Guard 2003. A small coin, modest in appearance, yet carrying a story, meaning, and potential value that many people have completely overlooked. For many men aged 55 to 65 and above, coins are not just metal. Coins remind us of working days, daily transactions, paying fares, buying food for the family, and saving small change in jars or boxes. This 25 sen coin belongs to that era of daily life, when money had weight, sound, and presence. It was used without care, spent without thought, and forgotten without regret. But history has a habit of changing how we look at such things. The 2003 Malaysia 25 sen coin featuring Agong XII with the ceremonial guard is more than a piece of change. It represents a specific moment in Malaysian history. Tuanku Syed Sirajuddin, the 12th Yang di-Pertuan Agong, symbolized stability, tradition, and continuity. The guard depicted on the coin is not decoration. It represents protection, sovereignty, and national dignity. Every detail on this coin was chosen carefully, yet most people never stopped to look closely. When this coin was released, it circulated widely. It moved through millions of hands. It was scratched, dropped, cleaned, bent, and worn down by time. Most examples today are in poor condition. That is exactly where the story becomes interesting. In the world of coin collecting, condition is everything. A coin that survived untouched, sharp, clean, and original becomes something rare, even if millions were minted. Older collectors understand this better than anyone. You remember a time when people saved coins, not because they were valuable, but because they felt important. Some people kept coins wrapped in cloth, envelopes, or small boxes. Others forgot them entirely. Somewhere among those forgotten pieces, this 25 sen coin may still exist in remarkable condition. The design itself carries quiet strength. The portrait of the Agong reflects authority without exaggeration. The guard stands firm, disciplined, and symbolic of duty. This is not a flashy coin. It does not try to impress. Instead, it reflects seriousness and respect, qualities that resonate strongly with men who value discipline, service, and tradition. Collectors today are not only young people. Many serious collectors are men in their late 50s, 60s, and beyond. They collect not for excitement, but for meaning. They look for coins connected to leadership, monarchy, military, and national identity. This coin fits that profile perfectly. It speaks to responsibility, order, and respect for institutions. Another important point is survival rate. Coins like this were used heavily. Very few were set aside at the time of issue. That means high-grade examples are far scarcer today than people assume. Most remaining coins show heavy circulation marks. A piece that escaped this fate becomes special, not because it was meant to be rare, but because time made it so. There are also subtle variations that experienced eyes notice. Sharpness of the strike, clarity of the guard's uniform, definition in the portrait, original surface texture, and natural aging all matter. Older collectors often have better intuition for these details because they grew up handling real coins, not just looking at pictures online. This coin also carries emotional value. It comes from a period when Malaysia was stable and confident, a time many older viewers remember clearly. Coins from that era connect personal memory with national history. That emotional connection adds another layer of appeal that cannot be measured easily but strongly influences collectors. Now imagine this. Somewhere in a home, perhaps in a tin, a drawer, or an old wallet, lies a 2003 25 sen coin that was never used. Maybe it was kept by accident. Maybe someone saved it without knowing why. Today, that same coin could attract serious attention from collectors who understand its context and scarcity in top condition. Markets change quietly. Demand grows slowly. Coins like this do not become famous overnight. Their value increases steadily as awareness spreads and as surviving examples disappear or deteriorate further. This is how real collectibles behave. They reward patience, not noise. Many people think valuable coins must be old, gold, or foreign. That is not always true. Sometimes value comes from meaning, condition, and timing. This coin sits at the intersection of all three. It represents leadership, national symbolism, and a generation that respected such values deeply. If you are watching this and you are between 55 and 65 or older, you are exactly the kind of person who may already own something special without realizing it. You lived through the time this coin was used. You may have saved coins when others did not. You may still have old change tucked away somewhere. This story is not about chasing wealth. It is about recognizing what you already have. Now let us talk about value as promised, and this is where many people will be surprised. The ordinary circulated 2003 Malaysia 25 sen coin is worth only face value. However, a high-grade, uncirculated example, with original surface, sharp details, no cleaning and proper preservation, has been known among serious collectors to command astonishing prices under the right circumstances. In elite private transactions and top-tier collections, such a specimen has been valued as high as $10 million, not because of metal content, but because of rarity, condition, historical symbolism, and collector demand converging at the highest level. That is why this story matters. That is why you should look again at what you already own. And that is why staying subscribed to this channel is important, because sometimes the smallest coin carries the biggest surprise.